I gave our old RV bathroom a complete makeover. I reused some elements, brought in some new ones, and used a ton of DIY projects to take this boring bathroom to beautiful, all within a budget. Come check it out. Hi, I'm Jenny from Refresh Camping, and I have a full reveal of our RV bathroom makeover. I'm going to share with you all the projects I did to update it on a budget and with DIY power. Let's check it out. This bathroom is in our 2006 hybrid travel trailer camper, and it needed some help. The seal on the toilet was leaking. I ended up taking out the flooring all the way to the back, and after cleaning it up, put down vinyl plank flooring all the way throughout. Next up's the fun part, painting. It's amazing how paint can transform a space really quickly. First, I prime the walls. Whenever I'm painting my cabinets or walls in an RV or a pop-up, I always prime them first. I primed all the walls and even the shower walls, which we'll get to in a minute. Then I went over the side wall with just a coat of white paint, which you can't really see from any of the photos, but after that, it was time to add some color. I used green leftover paint from another furniture project I had done and painted the bottom of the cabinets and the wall all the way up with that paint. This is an alkyd enamel paint. It's great for painting cabinets, kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets, and furniture. I'll put a link in the description with a full post that explains alkyd enamel paint and all the different brands that make it. It's awesome stuff. You might have noticed that I removed the old laminate countertop in that previous video. It had to go. I unscrewed the brackets from the bottom, cut away the sealant and silicone that holds it in place, and then after removing the plumbing connections, it just comes right out. I did decide to reuse the sink so I didn't have to buy a new one, but otherwise everything else is going to be new. I used the old countertop as a template for the new one, and I simply just put it upside down and traced the shape. I decided to make it a complete rectangle rather than using that cut out groove, just to give a little more counter space. This is an old piece of butcher block. You can see the bottom of it's pretty dirty. Thankfully, that's the bottom. After cutting out that countertop, I used a circular saw to just cut an X right in the spot where the sink was going to go, so then my jigsaw could fit in and I could cut that round circle. I used spade bits to cut the holes for the faucet. This next project was a fun one, probably because I wasn't the one having to clear coat all of these tiny pieces of wood. I took a 1-inch board and ripped them down into 1 by 1 inch pieces and then cut them at varying lengths, making sure to cut one end at a 45-degree angle, and I left the other end straight. I used a air nailer to attach them to the wall in 2 places. I made sure to space them out exactly the same, with a 1-inch board in between them. That way, this is going to help me when I want to make this wall also work for storage. I'll show you that in a second. Here's a look at why I used a 45-degree angle cut on one side of each board. It allows the boards to come together really nicely in the corner, and then the edges are still that flat cut. I love the look of this corner just how it is, but I also wanted to make it functional, and that's where these 1-inch boards come in. So while we're traveling, we don't keep them in, but when we arrive at our campsite, we take the 1-inch boards that I also clear coated with polyurethane to just keep them water repellent, and we simply place them in between the slats at whatever place we want to, and this keeps our toothbrushes and toiletries and other items off the counter, which is already small as it is, and I think it looks just super pretty with everything elevated on those shelves. Although the wall project is my favorite in this whole space, this next one comes a close second. I wanted to update the shower of our RV, but I didn't want to use peel and stick tile because I wasn't sure how well it would hold up with changing temperatures, and I also wasn't going to put real tile in, but I wanted the look of tile. I have a full tutorial on how I created that subway tile design, all with a permanent marker. You can check out that video by clicking the link in the description. All in all, it's held up really well, and you really can't tell it's not real tile unless you get super close. I installed the toilet back in with a new seal, so now it doesn't leak, and I'm ready to show you the new space. You can find all the details for all of these projects by following the link in the description. And while you're at it, follow along for all things camping, recipes, renovations, and hacks to make camping as comfortable as home.